Bloober Team, known for Silent Hill 2 Remake, is back with another dark survival horror game called Cronos, The New Dawn. The game is set in a futuristic and dystopian world where you play as a traveler, working for a mysterious organization called the Collective. Your mission? To recover important figures and essences from a 1980s version of Poland and bring them to the future. Misfall Hunter is a Nordic-inspired dark fantasy game where up to 3 players team up to fight monsters and other teams in an intense, magic-filled world. The story follows a world where gods have perished, and their blood, transformed into a golden mist, drives the world mad. Players must defeat creatures and work together to escape. Unlike many modern shooters, this game focuses on magic and mythological themes, giving it a unique twist in the PvP-VE genre.
I have seen the hunters awakened, steadfast heroes among them, and treacherous villains as well. I have seen the thrones brought low, faiths torn asunder, and all that still lives before the end. They war and struggle in anguish and despair. But I have yet to see the ember that can rise against the dark.
Set in the late Ming Dynasty, Wuchang Fallen Feathers invites players to embody Bai Wuchang, an amnesiac pirate warrior battling against the deadly ornithropy disease. The game features dynamic combat and allows players to acquire skills from fallen enemies, exploring a dark world filled with grotesque creatures and ancient lore. The narrative includes multiple endings based on player choices, adding depth to the gameplay.
Tugo's fate. And fate is mine to command.
I'll be back soon.
City of Ashes is an isometric, third-person action RPG set in a post-apocalyptic city. You play as an ex-MMA fighter searching for his kidnapped daughter while battling gangs and cannibalistic enemies. The game features intense hand-to-hand combat with RPG elements like skill upgrades and loot. The environment is detailed, and combat is all about using your MMA skills and improvising weapons.
Good night, asshole. I'll be back soon. I promise.
Rise and shine, princess. You'll be the main course of this evening. It won't hurt a bit.
Okay, I can see you're angry, but
Macabre is a cooperative horror game where you and your friends navigate infinite timelines in a chaotic time rift. You'll be guided by Banjo, a quirky recluse, as you work to extract resources and avoid terrifying shape-shifting entities. It's all about stealth and survival, where every run is unique thanks to randomized maps and objectives. The game offers both single-player and multiplayer modes.
I'm pretty sure it's a fourth-dimensional shape-shifting being that can transcend the timelines. There's only one word I can think of to describe it. Macabre. It searches for life forces to consume throughout the rifts, and with your recent arrival, it looks like meat's back on the menu. Now, you're not entirely helpless. After all, you've got the Atomic Space Shifter, which allows me to pull your consciousness back to my timeline, whether you make it to the extract or die trying. But Macabre isn't your run-of-the-mill alien thing. It's far more cunning. It stalks its prey, at first from a distance, and then quietly it gets closer, waiting for the opportune moment to strike. Of course, you can't just pull out a blicky and blast poor Macabre away. It's a little more complicated. You're going to need to be on the lookout for fragments scattered throughout the rifts. You can find them with your space shifter and bleed them from any timeline to yours. Fragments have many uses. We can craft tools and equipment that will help us deal with Macabre. But more importantly, I think they can help us find things that no one else has. And that's where the real adventure begins. A clue, a lead.
Mouse P.I. For Hire is a noir-style first-person shooter that pulls its look and feel from the 1930s cartoons with that rubber hose animation style. You play as Jack Pepper, a detective solving crimes in a corrupt city called Mouseburg, filled with mobsters, crooks, and danger.
Time to play detective and connect the dots. Looks like we just hit the jackpot.
Subnautica 2 is the much-anticipated sequel to the original game, continuing the underwater exploration theme. This time, it introduces multiplayer gameplay, allowing up to 4 players to explore an alien ocean together. The game promises stunning graphics powered by Unreal Engine 5 and will feature various biomes, creatures, and an engaging narrative. Exodus is a sci-fi RPG that puts you in the shoes of the Traveler, tasked with saving humanity in a hostile galaxy. The game is built around the concept of time dilation, where every mission you undertake in space costs decades back on Earth, so your decisions have generational consequences.
In more than just stealing cargo. They want minds, memories, emotions. The more twisted and tortured, the better. Captured prey will be subjected to intense psychological torment before being neurologically drained. Those rare few who the Mariama allowed to survive and escape often never return to space, for they know too well the terror that lurks out there, in the dark, between the stars.
Валимо звідси.
In Stalker 2, players return to the Chernobyl exclusion zone, exploring a vast, open world with a day-night cycle and dynamic weather. The game focuses on survival mechanics like hunger and radiation, while players confront mutants and rival factions. It features over 100 hours of gameplay and a diverse range of weapons for combat customization.
Координати закинув. Поквапся.
Я ж показав тобі, якою я її бачу. Іди своїм шляхом, і тоді ти зможеш побачити зону по-своєму.
This place was always dangerous.
FBC Firebreake is a spin-off from the Control universe, bringing a cooperative PvE first-person shooter experience. The game follows the Federal Bureau of Control's unit as they tackle supernatural crises in a siege of their headquarters. It's all about fast, strategic teamwork with up to 3 players working together to control chaotic paranormal events in various crazy locations.